What's up, you guys? My name is Matt, and I want to welcome you to the 0 to 100K project. And in this video, we're going to be talking about a very intriguing project that's launching in just a few days, actually. It's called BurnSwap. And what BurnSwap is, it's a layer 2 DEX solution that's going to be built on top of your favorite DEXs that you already use, like Uniswap and PancakeSwap. And what makes BurnSwap different is its ability to burn tokens. So let's jump into the details and break this project down. To check out the project, you're going to want to go to burnswap.finance, which I'll have linked in the video description, so you can check that out there. As you can see, the website is nice and clean. I really like it. It's very concise, and I think they did a good job with it. The two people behind BurnSwap are Eric and Matt. Matt, you can see right here, he's fully doxed. I don't know about Eric, but here's an AMA that my buddy Scott did with Matt about BurnSwap, which you guys can check that out. It's pretty informative, and Scott always does a great job. Those two guys, Eric and Matt, are also responsible for the Bandit project, which I was not in on the Bandit project. But to me, this gives me some sense of security, knowing that they have a reputation in the space. They didn't rug, they didn't do anything malicious. And this gives me one extra layer of security, knowing that these are the guys that are behind BurnSwap. So whenever I'm thinking about projects and their utility, and if people really want to use the utility that they offer, I ask the question, what problem do they solve? So they try to answer that right here by saying new tokens in their communities are always seeking for ways to increase utility through a deflationary exchange. And that's where BurnSwap comes in. As a decentralized exchange platform, BurnSwap allows for seamless swapping between different cryptocurrencies while offering high-yield staking opportunities, giving these tokens and their communities more scarcity to increase their overall value. In other words, it gives protocols that are looking to decrease the supply of their tokens an easy way to do that by allowing them to burn tokens on every single swap that happens. So this is a pretty interesting concept that they're trying to pull off. Now, apart from the actual utility of burning tokens that BurnSwap is centered on, and that's one of the key offerings that they have. But apart from that, they also have their own token called the Burns token. So the way I see it, there are two different ways of looking at this. There's the utility function of it, where people are going to utilize this to burn tokens, and maybe even projects are going to recommend BurnSwap to their communities, because that way it's going to decrease the supply of their tokens by people using BurnSwap. The second thing is going to be people that are actually invested into BurnSwap and invested into their Burns token. The Burns token can be staked by users to obtain rewards, utilized for paying transaction fees, and utilized to vote on governance decisions. Moreover, Burns will be utilized as a bridge currency to connect BurnSwap with other EVM-compatible networks, making it easier for users to exchange tokens across various chains. So you can see all the different use cases that they're already given their native token called the Burns token. It's going to be used for paying transaction fees. It's going to be used as a governance token. So the more that you hold, you're going to be able to make future decisions for BurnSwap. You can stake the Burns token to earn more Burns tokens, and it's going to be used as a bridge currency as well. So you can see a lot going on with the Burns token. The Burns token has a maximum total supply of 1 trillion tokens, which is a lot of tokens. Now, all of those tokens are not going to be available right at launch. There's going to be 300 billion tokens that will be initially released into circulation. So that's still a lot of tokens, but all of the 1 trillion will not be released right out of the gate. They're going to have 300 billion. And of that 300 billion, 50% of those are going to be allocated in the staking pool. So they're basically going to be locked away. So now you're going to be left with 150 billion tokens. Still a lot, but a lot less than 1 trillion. So 40% of those tokens are going to be allocated for exchanges. So they're going to go into exchanges. And then the other 10% of the tokens are going to be allocated for marketing and development. So that's the distribution of the initial supply that'll be released of the Burns token. When it comes to actually staking the Burns token, they have this nice little table for you here. They offer a very sexy 1,096% fixed APR as their highest level. Now, the way that it works, there's this gradual breakdown. If 0 to 1% of the circulating supply is staked, well, then you get that juicy 1,096%. So most likely the only way to get that percentage, initially at least, is to get in right away and stake your tokens, because the way that it works is it's a fixed APR. So at the time of your staking, so if you get in early and it's 0 to 1%, you get this 1,096% for the entirety of the length of the stake duration that you choose. So if you choose 30 days, or 6 months, or 1 year, you would get that for the entirety of that time. And the lowest return that you could possibly get, if there's more than 14% of the circulating supply staked, well, then you're going to get 18.25%. So it may not be the sexiest APR out there, but it's way better than any bank can give you. So this is an interesting option that they have with the Burns token. And by everybody locking in their tokens, it should have a positive effect on the price of the Burns token itself. Other quick notes about the actual staking is that there's a 5% fee on the initial stake. So there's a staking fee of 5% of the initial stake value. And then there's a 5% fee on the rewards claimed by the staker. So you just need to account for that when you're actually making the stake and you're actually planning out what you want to do. The last bit about staking is there's actually a claim window. So after your stake ends, let's say you had it set for 30 days, and after that 30 days is up, you actually have 14 days to claim the rewards. If you don't claim it within those 14 days, well, then you start getting a 1% per week penalty until you do. Additionally, when your stake ends, you stop accruing rewards as well. Going back to the actual swap utility of BurnSwap, every time you swap tokens on Uniswap or PancakeSwap, there's actually a DEX fee that's collected. Now, most of us don't know what that fee is, but we just know that we've paid it probably a million times with all the swaps that we do every day. So the way that BurnSwap actually works is it's a layer 2 solution that rides on top of those other DEXs, Uniswap, PancakeSwap. So those fees are still incurred, the fees that those DEXs charge. On top of that, BurnSwap charges a 0.5% burn fee on all swaps. And the way that that fee is distributed is it's actually broken into thirds, where 0.16% of the fee from the 0.5% is used to buy and burn the Burns token. The second third of that 0.5% is used to burn the asset being sold and received. So whatever token that you're swapping or whatever DeFi token that you have, it's actually taking a third of that 0.5%, which is 0.167%, and the remaining third of the 0.5% is actually a fee taken by BurnSwap. Now, the really cool thing is they actually give you the option to toggle the burn fee on and off. So if you don't want to pay the burn fee, you can actually just turn it off and you can get a little bit of a cheaper transaction, or you can leave it on and actually help whatever protocol that you're participating in decreasing the supply of their token. So I think having that on-off switch is really cool because some people obviously are not going to want to pay it, but other people will happily pay it if everybody's working together as a community to decrease the supply of their token. Now, in talking to Matt, one of their founders, they're actually going to be incorporating an embeddable swap into protocol. So if the protocol wants it, it's going to be right there on their site. They're not going to be asking people to go somewhere else to swap. And I think that's going to be huge. He said that wouldn't be available right at launch, but it's on the roadmap and it's something they're definitely going to do. Also going to have its own bridge feature. It's going to allow users to seamlessly transfer Burns tokens between EVM compatible networks like ETH and BSC. They have a unique slider feature in BurnSwap that allows investors to determine what percentage of tokens they want to sell for gas when bridging to the next chain. This solves the common problem of not having gas on the chain they are bridging to and ensures they have enough to complete the transaction. So if you've ever transferred some funds to a new chain and you actually don't have the gas token there, it can be kind of a headache getting it all over there. So they're trying to solve that problem. Lastly, we'll talk about their NFTs, and their NFTs, which you can see right here on the homepage, they look like this. They're going to be $100 a piece, and you can almost think about this like their private sale. It's going to be happening in 3 days at the time of this recording. So you can check this out right on their homepage. It's right there in the header. If you want to get in on this, you hit Mint NFT. It's going to take you to Sidekick Finance, and on the day that the mint's happening, you can mint your NFTs here. When it comes to the utility of the NFTs, you can either burn them or hold them. If you decide to burn your NFT, it's going to give you 182.5% APR stake booster on one of your stakes. But once you use it, that NFT is burned and it only applies to one stake. The other option would be for you to hold the NFT, and you can use the NFT to earn revenue from external sources over time. Now, this is something that's probably going to be longer term. Maybe you don't want to hold it. But the second thing you could do by holding it is, let's say that people actually want that 182% boost on their stake. Well, maybe the open market value of these NFTs is going to be more than $100. And then on top of that, if you have an NFT, you're going to get a 5% bonus on Burns tokens purchased in the public presale and a free BurnSwap t-shirt. So you're going to get the t-shirt and you're going to get 5% bonus on your Burns tokens that you get in the public presale. Remember, the NFTs you can think about like a private sale. They actually have some nice FAQs on their website down at the bottom. You guys can go through all of those. And I highly encourage you to go to their white paper and read through all of this. I also encourage you to join their Telegram group and please ask any questions that you have. And of course, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not telling anyone what to do with their money. I just wanted to bring you guys a unique utility project that I think has a lot of potential. After reviewing BurnSwap and going through all the documentation and looking at all the features, I think they have a lot of interesting things to offer. I think adoption is the biggest hurdle. They might have a great project or a great utility, but unless they get people to use it, then none of that really matters, right? So I think the gauntlet in front of the BurnSwap team is incorporating other big DeFi projects to utilize the burning function of BurnSwap to help their actual project and their token. I think if they can master that, then I think this thing could have legs and it could go a long way. Okay, that's my review of BurnSwap. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope you got a lot of value. And if you did, I would love it if you could show me by hitting the like button. That means the world to me. And subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you guys along for the journey of achieving $0 to $100,000 a month in passive income. I also want to invite you right now to join my free Telegram group, the 0 to 100K Project. Again, I'll have all this linked in the video description below. It's free for right now. You guys will love it. It's filled with people that have the same vision as you do. In the meantime, take a look at my other videos, which you can find here and here. You guys are amazing. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.